Hey, what's up, YouTube? You're watching Regrets! Today we're going to be talking about Hell in a Cell 2015. Our predictions for 3 matches. The first match we're going to talk about is New Day versus the Dudleys for the tag team titles. What do you think of this match?
This is probably just going to go to the New Day. They've been pushing New Day so hard, and it would make sense that if they're trying to make them a formidable, team in WWE, a formidable group, that they keep getting wins over the Dudleys, being that the Dudleys are, one of the hottest teams, in WWE right now. So, it's probably going to go into the New Day. I'd be happy if the Dudleys won. I wouldn't mind seeing a Dudleys run with the tag team titles because, again, I know I mentioned it in previous videos. They win it, they hold it for a little bit, and then the team that beats them gets that little extra, bit of a push because they beat the Dudley Boyz. So, but I'm thinking it's probably going to be the New Day that goes over in this one. In my thoughts.
Yeah, I agree with you in the aspect that the New Day, I mean, the Dudley Boyz would definitely elevate the titles if they had won it, and then they lose it back to the New Day or some other team. Because think about that. Think about the team that beats the Dudleys for the titles. How awesome would that be?
Oh yeah, for sure.
So I think the obvious pick is the New Day. I love these guys. These guys are super talented and they're hilarious. I love Xavier Woods on the trombone. Can't get much funnier than that, or more unique than that. He's one of the most unique characters in the WWE right now.
They've grown on me. I've been critical of them in the past, but WWE's done a good job of kind of just letting these guys do their thing and, not so much making them a dull heel group, but give them a little bit of a personality and letting Xavier Woods, his own personality come out in this group. You can see a little bit of Xavier Woods in his character. He's obviously not like a bad guy that, is a jerk like that.
Yeah.
But his character works, so well with this group. And you're also seeing, Kofi Kingston kind of break the mold as, he used to be kind of like a stale face. And now he's kind of this goofy heel.
They're all goofy.
Along with Biggie. He's came out of his shell big time too. So,
yeah.
I'm happy with the progress these guys made, and it definitely saved their careers because at one point, Kofi a couple of years ago was almost in line to challenge Randy Orton for the World Heavyweight title. Like, that's a big thing. And then he just kind of dropped off.
Yeah.
Xavier Woods was with R-Truth, or Brodus Clay, then R-Truth, and Big E. He had the Intercontinental title, but after that, it was, nothing really much going on for him. So this was a nice way to kind of save these guys' careers because, who knows, if they weren't together as a group and having this success, who knows how long they'd be in the company. So,
how long have they had the titles for?
They're 2-time champions, if I remember clearly. And their first title reign was pretty long, 3, 4, 5 months.
Oh, wow.
Plus.
That's a good amount.
Yeah, and then this one's been about a month or two. So
okay. So,
they're being set up as a stable, formidable, team. And that's perfect because, the crowd loves to get behind them as in, booing them, but also laughing at their antics. So
I am for the Dudley Boyz winning the titles. As long as it's a short run, as long as it's not drawn out. And I really like the New Day, as I said. So, I like them both, but let's mix things up a little bit. I'm going to go Dudleys.
All right, I'll go.
Let's see if the WWE throws us a little curveball.
Yeah, I'll go New Day. That seems like the pick right here.
All right, so the next match we're going to talk about is Charlotte versus Nikki Bella for the Divas title. A rematch.
Rematch from Night of Champions. And I hope WWE doesn't go back to, giving Nikki the title just because we finally get a champion that we want and she's an actual wrestler that we all kind of respect and, puts women's wrestling in a positive spotlight.
Yeah,
Charlotte and her ability and her skill, and as long as they stop with the catty kind of, girl fighting between the Bellas and Bad and Paige and Becky Becky and Charlotte / Paige, whatever they're doing there. It's stupid. Either make Paige a heel or make her a face. Don't play this game back and forth. But as far as this match, though, it'll be good. Nikki's improved in the ring, certainly.
Positive comment about her.
Yeah, that's about the extent of it. And she should improve because she's been wrestling matches for a year straight. She's probably wrestled at least once every Raw for over a year now.
Yeah, that's true.
That's just a rough estimate, but you would think someone wrestling that frequently would get better throughout time. So that's a no-brainer. And obviously Charlotte's probably hands down one of the best athletes, in the women's division. So I'm not worried about this match as in the substance of it. I'm just worried about the outcome. Will WWE go back to, rewarding the reality TV star, or will they actually do what's best, for women's wrestling and let Charlotte retain and then move her on to feuding with someone else, a wrestler, not a reality TV star.
That happens to wrestle.
Yeah, and, let it, again, not be over something catty and stupid, women fighting over something, Give it an actual storyline like you
give it some substance.
Give it an actual storyline like you give to your male wrestlers. Do the same stuff with them that you do with the male superstars. Don't make it like stereotypical women stuff. That's stupid. That doesn't help the division at all.
I agree. I definitely would love to see Charlotte retain. Charlotte is definitely one of the best women wrestlers in the WWE. And one of the best wrestlers in the WWE, period.
Yeah.
But the thing is that I just got a weird feeling that Nikki Bella is going to win it back, and here's how. I think Paige is going to interfere somehow and screw over Charlotte, and Nikki will capitalize and get the win because they've been hinting at Paige turning heel. She's not a fully fledged heel.
Well, she was
a heel. Said after going back and forth.
She was a heel at first, and then she starts pounding around with them again, and then she attacks them, or it makes it look like she attacked Natalya on SmackDown.
But I think
it's just stupid.
I think by default, Nikki will get the win because Paige is going to interfere somehow. And that's just my opinion. Who knows what's going to happen for sure, but I think that is plausible.
Yeah, it certainly is.
So that's what my prediction is.
Yeah, I'll go with Charlotte retains.
Okay, I hope so. I hope I'm wrong. All right. So the next match is the John Cena Challenge. Challenge.
Here we go again.
I did say burial.
Yeah.
Well, I just said it now, but
Yeah.
I just started saying the B word,
Yeah.
not that B word. But
Yeah. All right. It begins, guys.
it begins.
Be patient.
Begins.
Yeah. All right. So the big talk, obviously, is who's gonna come out and accept this challenge. And
I'll
this will
accept. I'll bite the bullet.
Oh, I'm sure you will. This is the first time he's done it on a pay-per-view, so
That's true.
That's
that is
nice.
pretty cool.
And what's
cool.
good about this is if you want to debut a newer, younger star, what better way to do it than at a pay-per-view and a big match against John Cena? That's pretty sick.
Like when Kevin Owens.
Kevin Owens
debuted against him.
Yeah, or and insert wrestler here. Tyler Breeze. Yeah. He could take it up, but who I think actually it will be, and this is just my prediction, Dean Ambrose doesn't have a match anymore since Randy Orton got hurt. They were
taken out to trash of all things.
Yeah, poor
that's
guy.
Crazy.
He does have a history of shoulder injuries too.
It's sad.
So,
I hope he recovers. I shouldn't laugh because he got hurt. I'm not laughing because he got hurt, but it's just bizarre.
Yeah,
that
the guy has a history of it, so
taken out.
He probably just lifted weirdly and then boom, But now that Dean Ambrose doesn't have a match, I can see a situation where he comes out and accepts John Cena's, open challenge, and they have a little bit of a history there.
They do.
They can play it up. I think it being Dean Ambrose would be the best case scenario. And then having Dean Ambrose win, so Cena can go off and take his vacation and heal up from whatever's bothering him. I'm wearing the shirt, but
The shirt.
I would like to see Dean Ambrose come out,
That'd be
or Daniel Bryan, but that's wishful thinking.
That'd be so awesome. I mean, think about it. As much as I don't like John Cena, I think that's been stated.
Yeah,
At least once.
At least
the
once.
guy doesn't take a break. He rarely takes a break from wrestling. I mean, most of these guys are all dedicated, obviously, but I mean, he's extremely dedicated.
Yeah.
I mean,
he's had a hand.
He broke his nose a few months ago. Yeah, he missed a little bit of time, but he got back there pretty quick.
Came back really quick.
And so the thing with him is that if he's going to be leaving soon, it wouldn't make much sense for him to retain. Who knows when exactly he's going to leave? He might still be sticking around for a little while after Hell in a Cell, but
the rumor is he's done after Hell in a Cell.
Oh, really?
That's the strong. That's
but who knows for sure? Who knows for sure?
Well, it's the strong rumor where basically the internet is eating up and believing, which again you take it with a grain of salt, but if that's true, then you have to imagine he loses it finally here, and it's going to be a big win for whoever beats him. I'm just hoping it's someone like Dean Ambrose.
Yeah. I mean, that would be awesome if Dean Ambrose won. The crowd would go nuts for him.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And it'll be a great match, too, because those two have great, in-ring chemistry and, just polar opposite characters. Cena's the clean-cut face and, does everything right. He's the goody two-shoes. And Dean Ambrose is the unhinged kind of, he's a face, but he's not your typical good guy. He's the anti-hero. And the crowd just eats up everything he does. He's the one besides Seth Rollins that came out looking the best when the Shield broke up. And I think he has pretty much the most potential. Just obviously they focused on Seth Rollins more at this point, but I think it'll probably be Dean Ambrose. I think it would be great to see him as champion. Hopefully this time around, if he does win the U.S. title, they actually let him defend it a few times.
Yeah, exactly.
His first run with the U.S. title, as great as it was to see him, have like a record-breaking run with it, they barely had him defend it.
That's
and
a good
that
point.
Really sucks because, he's a great wrestler, and you could have so many good matches with him and filling in Dolph Ziggler or Cesaro or whoever. You could have some really good matches with him for this title if that's the route they're going. As far as anyone else who could win it, there's always talk about Dolph Ziggler coming.
That'd be cool.
I wouldn't mind seeing that. Those two would be like A and B for who I'd want to see come out and win it.
He's already wrestling, but that being said, I mean, that's the pre-show, so
he's not going to get a whole lot of work in with that because it's him and two other people on a team, and you're going to get, maybe a couple minutes from each guy. So he's not going to be too, tired, quote unquote, to come out and accept the challenge.
Don't get me wrong. I'm all for Ambrose facing Cena. I'm all for Ziggler facing Cena, and both of them, one of those guys winning. That would be awesome. But imagine this. Braun Strowman versus Cena.
God.
Those two haven't crossed paths yet.
No.
And I think that would be kind of cool to see them against each other.
That would be interesting, and I could see...
He doesn't have a match, so...
Well, no, not anymore, but...
So I could see that possibly happening.
Yeah, I mean, it would certainly be a way to...
He's a monster.
Take Cena off of TV, because you could say, oh, Strowman... destroyed him and injured him, and that's how he's able to take the U.S. title from him. But I think it'd be a little too soon to give him a title, in my opinion.
Maybe, but I mean, they gave Kevin Owens the title pretty quick.
Yeah, but the difference there is he still had like such a long career, coming up, and then he was NXT champion first. And then only after being in the company for like 4 or 5 months did he get this Intercontinental Champion.
That's true. Yeah.
Still, Braun has only been in for a cup of coffee, so
that's true.
I wouldn't want to give it to him right now because here's the thing: he's seen as such a big giant, monster. Who is going to face him? That's believable to beat him. You know what I mean? Like. He comes in and, wins the U.S. title and everyone is half his size, you don't believe that any one of them has a chance. So
Yeah.
I think that'd be a bad thing, to be honest with you.
I think it would be kind of cool though. I mean, I know
it's too soon. It's too soon. He's got to do a little bit more. He's got to do a little bit more.
I know it would be pretty early in his career, but who knows? So, okay, so who do you think? Well, who's your number one pick for him facing
number
Cena?
one pick
First of all,
is Dean Ambrose.
of course. Okay, and then second of all, who are you picking? Like you said earlier, right?
If it is Ambrose versus Cena, I'm guessing that. I'm gonna say that Dean Ambrose wins.
All right.
No matter who it is, I think the U.S. title's changing hands. We just don't know. We don't know who to. So that's what I'm predicting.
I think
the U.S. title's gonna change hands.
I think that's the most likely scenario because Ambrose doesn't have a match on the card.
Yeah, he was gonna be, in the pay-per-view.
Even though I think that's the most likely scenario, I'm going to go way out of left field here and say Braun Strowman versus Cena. Braun Strowman gets the title.
Well, your left field picks came true sometimes.
Every once in a great while, I get lucky.
So who knows?
As much as I'd like to see Ambrose or Ziggler win it, that would be awesome. Don't get me wrong, but
They certainly deserve it.
Let me know what you think. What do you agree with me? Do you agree with him? Yeah. Do you agree with yourself?
If you don't agree with me, you don't agree with Dean Ambrose, and you don't want that.
If you don't agree with him, you don't agree with America, and you don't want to be unpatriotic. I don't know. I'm just being weird. Don't buy me. America's cool. I love America. So, anyways, back to the topic of
ending the video.
Yeah,
because that was the last match.
Ending the video. Let us know your thoughts. If you agree with us, disagree with us. Like our Facebook page. Follow us on Twitter at Ring Rants. You get the drill. Yeah. Give us a subscribe. Give us a like. If you don't like it, give us a dislike. I don't care. Yeah. Tell your friends about us. Next video will start, Tim. Share our video. Yep. Sharing is caring, after all. So.
Yeah. All right, guys. Take care.
Take care, and see ya.
Later.
Later.